Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is so good to be here. Week two, recording this video for you. I'm super excited that I want to say that I've been consistent. I know it's just 2 weeks, but I'm excited nonetheless. Anyway, I'm on here for just a really short time today. I want to share something with you and get your thoughts on it. But before I do that, let me introduce myself. My name is Lady Bodam. I am the founder of the Refined Lady Movement. I'm a marketing and branding executive. I've been building multinational brands now for well over a decade. I have the marketing masterclass for small and medium sized businesses. I'm a speaker, an author, a teacher, a mentor, on and on and on. And just a girl who is shining her light brightly in her world for the time I'm here. Now, before I tell you what this particular video is about, and this video is all about discretion, and I'm asking a question on if discretion is a lost value. But before I even go into that, I decided I wanted to start by sharing a little story with you. Now, do you see this ring on my finger? This one right here? That one? Okay, great. So I was on a flight from Lagos to South Africa. I cannot remember if I was going to Cape Town or if I was going to Johannesburg, but I was on a flight and I had landed. I was probably sitting in one of the first seats after the cockpit. So I landed and I was doing one or two things, packing my stuff up before I exited the plane, and the pilot came out. And he starts, he said hello to me, said hello to the other passengers that were in that area. And then he said to me that, we had an issue while we were flying. And immediately my eyes are open, like, what are you telling me? What issue did we have while we were flying? What's going on? And he said, he was struggling to balance the plane. The plane had a balancing issue through most of the flight. So he had to overcompensate by balancing the plane on this other side. And I know the pilots who are listening to me now are going to be like, that is such a hot, that's such hogwash. I don't know. I've never flown a plane, so I don't know. And I'm looking at him like, really? He says, but as I just stepped out of the cockpit now and I looked at you, I realized what the issue was. It's this ring you have on. He was cute and it was funny. I was just like, okay, then. So every time I wear this ring on my finger, I remember that encounter with that gentleman, that pilot, who told me he had to balance his plane because this huge rock was keeping his plane on, not balanced on this other end, and he had to overcompensate. It was a cute story. Anyway, today I'm really speaking about discretion, and I am just asking a few questions that I want you to think about as you go along. Okay, so first off, keep an open mind. Don't feel attacked if there's anything I say that doesn't sit too well. Just make a commitment. Just say to me that, Lady Wood, I'm going to think about it. That's all. Just that's all. And if you put that in the comment section, that's all as well. Just tell me, Lady Bodam, I hear you. I hear everything you're saying, and I will think about it. And if that's all you do, my work today is done. Okay? And I'm going to be out of here in just a few minutes. So there's a proverb that I really love, and I'm loving it more and more as time goes on. And it says, like a ring of gold in the snout of a pig, so is a beautiful woman without discretion. Sounds kind of harsh. Like a ring of gold, like a gold ring in the snout of a pig. Now, you know what a pig looks like. And imagine the snout of a pig. You have this 18 carat ring or this 24 carat piece of jewelry, and you just hang it in the snout of a pig. It's a complete waste of time. And that proverb goes on to say, so is a beautiful woman. Some other versions of it say, so is a lovely woman without discretion. Are we ready for this conversation? Okay, let's go. What is discretion? There are two definitions I'm going to share with you that I like. The first one, I'm going to read it out from here. It says, discretion is the quality of behaving in a quiet and controlled way without drawing attention to yourself or giving personal or private information. Okay. The second one says, discretion is refined taste. Now, there are many other definitions, but I like these two a lot because think about it. It's the quality of behaving in a way, in a controlled way. Forget the quiet for a second, because all of us have different personality types. Some of us are louder and more exuberant and we take up more space, and some of us are quieter and introverted and all of that. So let's leave that word aside. The word that I like is it's the quality of behaving in a controlled manner. In behaving in a controlled manner without drawing undue attention to yourself or giving away personal or private information. It's refined, discretion is refined taste. And all I do, I teach refinement for female leaders. I teach feminine leadership, and discretion is a big deal in feminine leadership. And we've seen it. We know that if you want to rise, there's some things that the masses can do, but you cannot do. It's just the way of the world. If you want to be seen, and it all boils down to what your personal values are and what it is you want to be known for, what you want to be remembered for, and all of these things that we will teach at a later time. But the first thing I want you to think of is if you want to be a female leader, and step into a category of the 1% of the 1%, you cannot do what the masses do. You cannot behave the same way the masses behave. You cannot choose to speak or talk or dress or relate in the same way as 99% of people, because 99% of people are not stepping into the arenas that you want to step into. We live in a world where we feel the need to show everything about everything to the entire world. And stay with me for a minute. Leave out dressing for just a second, because I'm not even speaking to that right now. We live in a very exposed world, or an overexposed world, a hyper exposed world that has been amplified by social media. And what does this mean? It's why we buy a home and then we do an Instagram live, and then we're walking through this house and sharing the images of our home and pictures of our bedroom and all the things that we've got in this beautiful new home with strangers on the internet. It's why we buy a car and we feel the need of coming online and saying, my goodness, look at this new car, and we're unboxing it online and everybody's saying, hey, hip hop, hooray. It's why we share intimate experiences, such as giving birth to a child. And that most intimate moment when a mother is giving birth to her baby, those images from the birthing room find their way online. Or the first few images after you've given birth, and the mom maybe is there and she's crying from the emotion or what it is she's just been through. And the images, those precious, private, intimate images, find their way on social media to share with the world. It is why we have lunch with loved ones. And half the time we have our phones up in each other's faces, and we're recording our conversations and recording every bite that enters into our mouths. It's why we go to concerts and we're not even present in the moment. But instead, again, we have our phones out and we have this live that we're doing majority of the concert. I've been at two concerts recently. I was at Unusual Praise in December, beginning of December. And I remember a number of the people around, we were there to praise, okay? Unusual Praise. Hello. So just let yourself be in the moment and just worship, which is what you came to do. But instead, I had my people out, and they were recording everything and record. And personally, I don't really like being in the lives of people I don't know. I just think it's off. Why are you recording people who don't know you and who you don't know? So there was that, and I just thought, why? What is the need of? Why are you on live? Why are you where you are? And what is this need to expose every single thing about yourself to everybody? I was telling a friend of mine, I said, I post, of course I post. I'm on social media. I post when I've been out, I post nice places, but rarely do I post about the places that I am enjoying myself when I'm in that place. Very rarely. Usually I post after I've left. Well, first off, for security reasons. and then secondly, just because I want to be present in that moment. The other concert I was at Davido's concert again in December, right, for work, and we had this table, and it was a similar thing. Majority of the people had their phones out. I'm like, are you even listening and enjoying yourself and being present in this moment? It's why we overexpose our kids on social media. Little Junior is, I don't know, having his first bite, and you've splashed your 3-year-old son all over social media. And I don't know, it's why do we feel the need to share private moments of our lives with the entire world? What drives us? It's why we decide that we want to ask people to get dressed with us, and we show up in our underwear, and then we get dressed all while on social media, and then we put the hashtag GRWM. Why should we get ready with you? Why should I see you in your underwear on social media? Why should I care? Why should that be showing up on my feed? What is this compulsive thing that we have now, that we feel that we must show everything about our lives to everybody else? It's almost like if it's not on social media, it didn't happen. I was telling someone, I said, whenever I get married, I want a phone free wedding. They're like, no, we will not agree. We're kidding. And I'm just looking at them and smiling. In my mind, I'm thinking, because I'm not yet engaged. And will we celebrate? Yes. Will we have a good time? Yes. But I want people to to learn to be present in the moment of our lives, and not to feel a need to be the first to break news. I think that's what it is. Maybe that's what it is. We want to be the first to break news. We want to seem as if it's happening. If the best aspect of your life is what's on social media, you need to relook your life. The best aspects of my life are not on social media. The most juicy, yummy things that fill me with joy and blow my mind and really make me happy, social media has no clue. And I remember a coach saying once, many years ago, actually, well, a few years ago, and she was saying how the life we see on social media that looks so amazing, her real life, is less than 1% of how amazing her real life is. And I thought, that's the goal I want. So the only provocation I'm giving to you today is this: ask yourself why. The next time you whip out your phone to take a picture of a possession you just got, to show us a gift you've just received, to show us a gift you are giving to someone, to show us a letter that was written to you in private, to show us pictures of your home or your bedroom, to even show us intimate moments with your spouse or your loved ones or your children, to show us yourself getting ready. One thing, ask yourself, why? Why do I feel the need to share this with the world? Why do I feel it's important for everybody to see me or to share this moment with me? Why? Why? Let me know what you think. I'm curious. Let me know what you think about discretion. Let me know what you think about, if you think, this is just, it's just the times we're in now, or if you think it's really something we should look into. I'd love to hear from you. Until next week, have a beautiful day, a wonderful week ahead, and enjoy yourself. I'll speak to you soon.